Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Joy of Puzzles. Today I have for you Jafar. This was published in 2020 by Ravensburger. If you are listening to the first time, I'll go through my spiel about the company, otherwise, well, fast forward a couple seconds. Ravensburger has been established since 1883, and it was originally founded in Germany. For the next couple generations, 3 generations, they focused primarily on educational publications and games. They didn't produce their first jigsaw puzzle until 1960s. They are currently a $60 million company with over 2,000 employees around the world, located primarily in Europe. And while they do not hold the world record for the largest puzzle, they do offer 2 of the largest commercially available puzzles. They are 40,000 pieces. They are Disney themed, as clearly these folks are a licensed distributor for Disney products. And the puzzles measure 22.5 feet by 6.5 feet in size. Pretty impressive. There are a couple videos out there of people making them. Maybe someday I'll have one myself. Well, Jafar, the puzzle, while I like to give credit to the artist. In this case, I can't give credit to one artist because, well, it's an animated movie by Disney. So if you want to see the long list of creative folks behind all these images, go ahead and rent Aladdin. And that would be the 1992 version of Aladdin, not the various remakes, or there's been so many versions of this. So yeah, go ahead and rent that one with your kids, and certainly you won't be disappointed. This is the movie that reintroduced Robin Williams to a whole new generation of people, kids. His manic sense of humor as the genie. I have to kind of force myself to stay on point here and not talk about the movie. It is one of my favorite animated films out of the Disney collection, and instead focus on our puzzle review. One last little tidbit though. This was the first animated movie to gross over $200 million. I mean, it's pretty impressive. There's a ton of trivia about this movie, including Robin Williams' break with Disney. He only took the job on the promise that they wouldn't merchandise the genie, and obviously they did afterwards. So he stopped doing business with them for quite some time. Eventually the CEO resigned, and the new CEO made a public apology, and that's how they convinced Robin Williams to do more work with the folks at Disney. Like I said, there's a ton of little bits of trivia about this, and I could probably spend easily more than the 10 minutes that this video is talking about his role and the movie itself. So instead, we're going to talk about the strategy that was behind this puzzle. We'll toss in a little self-promotion here. I've made a lot of these Disney Villainous Puzzle collections, starting with Hades, the Evil Queen, Ursula, Queen of Hearts, Ratigan, Dr. Facilier, and now Jafar. I have another one complete. Actually, I have 2 more complete, so those will be the next 2 videos coming out. Having built so many of these, we have the strategy pretty much down pat. We know that we're going to start with whatever the icon, the little symbol, the game piece is. It's usually the brightest colored object in the puzzle, and then we go normally after the main character and the brightest colors in the edges, and then the picture frames and the pictures in them. It looks a little haphazard, but it's all about what catches your eye as you build the puzzle. I was originally unsure that we would be able to build the little puzzle piece first, as it is just a black piece, and there is a fair amount of black pieces intermixed between the frames, but it turns out they put a nice golden flame around that piece, so it became pretty easy to find the edges of it, and it's not a very big piece, so that went smoothly. And then after that, the Jafar image, the corners above it with the green flame and the blue, the green and the red flame, and the residual colors and how that bleeds into the frames around it. So it went pretty quickly. This was one of the slower builds. Well, this is a 1,000-piece puzzle, and it took 4.5 hours. Yeah, it was just a little slower. I don't have a particular reason for it. It may have been the nature of the a lot of plain black pieces, and the frames were not as distinct and unique as some of the other puzzles we've had. So at the end, there was definitely some hunt and peck on my behalf to wrap this thing up. But 4.5 hours is still not a long time to build this puzzle. Review time. I'm going to break this down into 4 distinct categories on a scale of 1 to 5. The first category is the puzzle material quality itself. The paperboard that the image is printed on, how well they bonded together, how firm are the pieces. And this is going to be a 3. Ravensburger uses a recycled material, blue chip material. And for recycled material, I'll tell you a 3 is a good review. Normally, I've built a lot of puzzles. Normally, they're 2s for recycled materials. There's just something about it. I'm going to toss in my little complaint. There's tons of blue residue afterwards that you have to clean up from both in the puzzle box itself, on the board afterwards when you clean up. It's just, I don't know what it is. Alright, enough complaining. Puzzle cut quality. How well are the pieces stamped? How well do they fit together? If you close your eyes, can you tell it fit in there? Well, this is an average, right where it should be, 3. There is no major detractions. Everything fit well. There are the occasional, hey, I think this goes here, it's in the wrong spot. And that pretty much to me is a as expected kind of thing. So right where it should be, a 3. Difficulty. The entire series, I've given a 2. These 1,000-piece puzzles are quick builds. I can't justify even a 3 on this if you could build this thing in, frankly, anything less than 5 hours. I would say a normal 1,000-piece puzzle I would put at the 8-hour mark as a build time, 7 to 8 hours. So when we beat that time significantly, yeah, it's going to be a 2. So in that respect, it's great to build with the youngsters and the kids who are actually playing this game. It's probably very rewarding and right in the appropriate difficulty range. The third category, the most subjective of all the categories, is frameability. And this is just my personal opinion as to, would I hang this on my wall? Would I seal this puzzle and keep it forever and cherish its image? You know, or is it fine art? Is it a poster? Those kinds of things. Well, arguably it is literally a poster, right? These are not pieces of fine art that you would find hanging at a museum, despite the number of artists all involved. No slight to them. They have created some magical moments here. But it's not the same as going and looking at a Monet, right? It's just not. The artwork is quite nice, but it's a poster. I can see whatever the age group this board game or card game is designed for, this would be something that the kid would want to collect, hang these posters in their room, or maybe just their favorite villain of the group, or based on their favorite movie, whatever their criteria is. So I'm going to give this a 3. It's definitely frameable, it's definitely a poster, but it's geared to a specific age group or particular fan base of the game. Overall, not a linear thing usually. But this is definitely a 3. I would definitely build this again. I have no problem lending this out and knowing that the person that gets it will be happy that I've given them a puzzle that is a quick build, good quality, and I'm sure they will enjoy every moment of it. So overall, I'm going to give this a 3. Well, I have all this time left, so what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the movie, and I'm going to try not to do that too much. But definitely go out and rent this one. It is a stellar moment in Mr. Williams' career. One other little bit of trivia. I don't know why I know so much of this stuff. This movie was not nominated for its script. And the reason they didn't get nominated is because Robin Williams ad-libbed so much of the dialogue that it wasn't actually part of the script. So some of the funniest moments in this film are straight from that man's head and not written by anyone else, because no one else could. They're not like him. So another reason to go watch the movie for that alone. Alright, coming to the end here. At the end, you're going to see me put the edge pieces in a little plastic baggie. That is to save someone some sorting time next time the puzzle is built. I also have started putting all the pieces into a large Ziploc bag, and that's just so that when you stack, 100 puzzles in your storage area, and if it tips, the pieces won't spill out. The plastic baggies will fall to the ground. So we'll call that a pro tip for anyone out there storing puzzles. If you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button, maybe even subscribe. I appreciate everyone who takes 10 minutes out of their day to watch these videos, and I look forward to bringing you more of them in the very near future. Thanks again, everyone. Bye.